Taiga is one of the school's 7 mysteries. Humble days as precious as gold dust. Where are the buyers? Dawn of the second day. As I walk into class, the girls that normally flock around Shinji Mato aren't there. Shinji seems to be in a bad mood today. His usual posse of girls is keeping their distance. I'll ask him if something happened. Huh? Like I'd tell you if anything happened to me. Which it didn't. Nothing happened at all. Hey, you know that ice queen Rin Tosaka? She thinks she's so much better than everyone else. At first I thought that she would be the only one who understood how lonely it is at the top. I tried talking to her yesterday, but I got nowhere. Maybe I just intimidate her or something. I might have lost a few points for getting violent, but girls who talk back to me get slapped. I'd never hook up with such a violent, stuck-up bitch like that, no matter how hot she is. Ah, what a waste. She'd be perfect if she'd just keep her mouth shut. You agree with me, right? Right? Looks like there's some tension between Shinji and Rin Tosaka. Knowing Shinji, he probably hit on her and got shot down. And why'd she take a shot at me? I thought she was going to spinning star kick me next. He continues to wind under his breath. I can only imagine how sleazy Shinji was being with her. Normally, his super aggressive approach works, but obviously it didn't with Rin. Life's more interesting when it's got little shakeups like this. As if right on cue, Fujimura-sensei barges into the classroom as the bell sounds. Whew, I made it. Good morning, everyone. All right, no one's absent, and since there are no announcements, let's just start homeroom. Ah! As soon as she turns to reach for the chalk, she trips and falls as she always does. As she falls, her fingernails drag across the blackboard with a horrifying sound. Ooh, that makes my skin crawl. And thus, another typically mundane day begins anew. Look, it's Chuni-sensei. He's here to teach us how to be like Sasuke. And though the Great War had finally come to an end, regional conflicts still persist. Despite the suffering of the previous generation, battles are still waged 30 years on. Standing behind the lectern today is the school's newest teacher, Kuzuki-sensei. Although he's supposed to be teaching math, his lessons seem to have gone off on a tangent. Now, instead of armies, attacks in ever greater numbers are being carried out by terrorists. And in an attempt to suppress these terrorist groups. With that, the bell signaling the end of classes sounds. And with the end of the day here, the tension in the classroom drops immediately. Alright, let's end here for today. Oh yeah, before I forget, there's an announcement from the student counselor. Recently, a rise in the number of slashing incidents has made the surrounding area dangerous. With that in mind, keep any detours to a minimum and head home as quickly as possible. Get home quickly? Good advice, but I still have to finish a few assignments for the journalism club. Why I'm so gung-ho about investigating the school's 7 wonders is a mystery even to me, but it seems important for some reason. I've got to turn in yesterday's report. Better go see the editor-in-chief this evening. Hey, guess what? I just passed this gorgeous girl on the stairs. Could she be a new student? Huh? I'm sure you're just talking about Rin Tosaka from Class B. Rin Tosaka? Never heard of her. You've really never heard of her? Pretty, athletic, smart, classy? Or a stuck-up Miss Perfect who all the guys adore and all the girls despise? It wouldn't be unrealistic to call Rin Tosaka the most popular girl in the whole school. Are you pulling my leg? Girl, you're so dense you probably wouldn't feel it if I pulled your leg anyway. I'm not dense. Much. But she wasn't wearing her school uniform. She was wearing red. How do you explain that? I don't know. I hadn't noticed. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. You would. Come on, let's hurry to our club. Yeah. The author is Kinoko Nasu. For Fate Extra, in case you're wondering. As for never hearing a teenager speak, this may come as a shock to you, but teenagers in Japan speak differently than teenagers in America. Crazy, I know. And some of it is based off of personal experience at the time. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? Umu. Interesting. So it was Taiga. Of course there's no entrance to the spirit world. Thanks to you, the article will be great. Are you ready for the next article assignment? The next unsolved mystery is... Yesterday, there was a girl dressed in red on the rooftop. Rumors about Little Red Rooftop are spreading. Go find out what this is all about. A journalist lets the news guide their feet, so to the rooftop. Wow, a girl dressed in red. Who could that be? Such a mysterious possibility. Let's see, is there another event down here with Shinji and Sakura today? Nope, doesn't look like it. To the rooftop. I turned the doorknob and the metal door opened silently on its hinges. Or here's another very Japanese thing. Chad, have you ever been on the rooftop of your school? I'd bet not. As a rule, no one is allowed up on the roof, but I can see someone's elongated shadow. The vibrant colors set off by the setting of the sun is enough to take one's breath away. Under the now blood-red sky, a single girl looks out onto the town that's spread out below. Like a figure out of a painting, the girl seems to shine with the same red glow as the setting sun. Look, chat, it's the sexy Rin outfit where her butt crack is showing. I'm not quite sure if that last statement was supposed to express disgust or disappointment. As she finishes speaking, a faint smile forms on the girl's lips as she slowly turns in my direction. Her unwavering gaze makes it seem like she can see things hidden to others. Her eyes seem to shine with an intensity that rivals that of the fiery red of the evening sky.
NPC? 何の関係もない NPC が来るなんて。ってことは、やっぱりこの場所は外れだったのかしら。
Continuing to mumble quietly to herself, the girl quickly walks my way.
まあいいわ。人目もないし、試すにはちょうどいいし。ちょっとあなた、そこ動かないで。
Unexpectedly, her finger reaches out and touches my cheek.
ちょっと、何これ？システムサイドからのブロックってこと？なるほど。他人への接触干渉は予選の規定違反ってわけね。
Mumbling to herself, the girl disappears without a trace. It's like no one was ever there at all. She vanished. There or not, her form has been indelibly burned into my mind. Oh, you're still here. It's almost time to leave school. You should prepare to go home. What's wrong? You look a little pale. The sound of Issei's voice pulls me back to reality. I must look completely dazed and confused. Maybe I'm just tired, or... I'll speak with the editor-in-chief again tomorrow. In any case, I think the course of wisdom for now would be to go home like Issei says. Hold on. No, I should probably look around the campus a little more. If I want to leave, I should head out through the main gate. I want to double-check something. Aha! He's here now. That's weird. Why won't it open? Huh? You haven't left yet? Wait, don't tell me. No, never mind. Losers like you shouldn't be on campus right now. Who knows? You might get whacked by that killer. Hey, don't say I didn't warn you. What are you up to, Shinji? Shut up! It won't mean anything to a nerd like you, but I? Wait, why am I explaining anything to you? Just get the hell out of here already. What? Just go home already. This is the nurse's office. I can feel the people inside, but I'm not quite sure how. Anyhow, the door won't budge. Yeah, what a great idea. Make the nurse's office impossible to enter. Maybe I should just go home now. Let's go home. Lens flare, that's right. Because my eyeballs are a camera. Auspicious star, such dazzling light, it drowns even the chime of bells. Dawn of the third day. I enter the classroom. Once again, Shinji Mato in the seat next to me has a full house. I'm telling you, you don't have any talent. Give up before you look like a retard. So you know what he said to that? What'd he say? We're dying to know, tell us. This wuss gets all boo-hoo, and he says, I'll keep practicing until I get better. I can at least get better than you who skips practice. Sorry, but I just gotta laugh. Anybody knows that you can't practice your way into being a genius. If he wants to practice something, he should practice not sounding like a tool. The guy's not a total maggot, but he's still trash that needs to find a garbage can. That moron. People just aren't created equal. Even people who are born above average can never reach the same heights as the naturally gifted. You must be so talented if you don't need to practice, Mato-kun. I feel bad for that kid. Look, trash can't help being trash. It should learn to stop dreaming about being something better. The bell rings. In response, the gaggle of girls shuffle off to their own seats. While we wait for the teacher to arrive, I get caught up on what Shinji said for some reason. Whether or not Shinji has innate talent, I think it's pretty clear that I'm a nobody. A nobody with no goals. I mean, when I try to even think about the future, I get overwhelmed. As long as I keep plodding along, someday I'll reach my totally average future. Yay. I mean, that's what happens to everyone, right? Are there actually people who break that pattern? How? I have no idea. For me, today's just another ordinary day. Big mood. Good morning, everyone! Nani? Suddenly, my heart accelerates, each beat painfully strong. It's as if my body is on high alert. I know it's not a reaction to Fujimura-sensei. No. What are you talking about? She hot? Well, kids, this is a little out of the blue, but today I want to introduce you to a new friend. It's Leo. Look at this dandy boy. It's him. That blonde boy is the one who's causing my body's fight or flight instincts to prickle. Go on, Leo-kun. Introduce yourself.
それはなぜですか?
Huh? Well, Leo-kun. By the way, I'm gonna add honorifics to every character. You can't stop me, chat. We're in Japan after all. You'll be attending school with these people, so I'm sure they'd like to know who you are.
ああ、なるほど。ここの方たちはまだ僕の名前を知らないんですね。
He steps forward and then in a louder voice says,
皆さん、僕の名はレオナルド・ビスタリオ・ハーウェイ。いずれ世界中の誰もが僕のことを知りますが、今はあなたたちの学友です。それでは皆さん、しばらくよろしくお願いします。
The classroom is silent. There aren't even any jabs at his eccentric manner of speaking, or any coos over how pretty he is. Instead, the entire classroom is enthralled by his regal bearing, entranced even. Shinji's words come to mind. This is what it means to be on a different level. None of us plebs could ever hope to reach the level that this new kid lives on. It's not overextending to call his very existence transfixing. Like deer in headlights, we're immobilized by a presence of far brighter than our own. His natural place is above us, looking down as our king. How the hell did someone like him end up here? It must be a mistake. Anyway, everyone, please make Leo-kun feel welcome. So then, Leo-kun, if you would please take a seat. It looks like the third seat in the second row from the right is open. Will that be okay? Leo-kun? Ah, you're addressing me. I see no reason to allow you to call me Leo, as it didn't feel awkward to hear it from you. If you have the chance, I'd very much like for a delightful woman like you to visit my country. Hitting on the teacher on the first day, Leo's a Chad. Hey, jeez, don't joke with your teacher. Now to your seat, Leo-kun. I won't smack you since, well, it was flattering of you to say that. Of course, I appreciate your diplomacy, Fujimura-sensei. Then the boy gave the kind of easy smile that only kids can. That simple smile washes away the tension in the room, and people even begin to smile themselves. I think he's not so much a king as a prince. He may be above us, but he has a natural charisma that draws us all up to his level. However, it seems that there's at least one person in class whose mileage varies. I don't like him. Flirting with the teacher already? That arrogant little twerp. Shinji's clearly not happy. If you have any questions, ask everyone in the class or myself. Come to me first. There's no need to be shy. Yes, I understand. I'm pleased that I will be attending such a good school. Look, chat, you can see the main characters in the background. Am I imagining things? Just for a second, I thought he shifted his attention toward me. Not toward anyone else. Not even Shinji, who's still bad-mouthing Leo-kun, but to me alone. Yeah, right. There's no way a practically otherworldly person like him would notice bland old me. Evening. The school day ended with nothing else of interest occurring. But that Leo, I can't shake the uneasiness he awoke in my heart. It feels like something awakened within me. Perhaps some sort of Shota fetish, some cogs became aligned. No, I'm just excited because for once something happened. Well, besides what happened yesterday. I should report yesterday's finding to the editor-in-chief. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything interesting yesterday? Humu. Hey, Little Red Rooftop vanished before your eyes. If she disappeared, there isn't anything we can do about that. Nothing we can do? What's with the editor-in-chief's reaction? It's not right. I thought she'd say something like, hey, don't scare me like that. Actually, the problematic part is how nonchalant she is that a person disappeared. Your next story will be The Mystery of the Courtyard Chapel. The editor-in-chief keeps talking like nothing happened. She's already on to the next thing. Or should I maybe say something? Hey, did you know there's a chapel on campus, even though this isn't a mission school? It seems the chapel has been here longer than the school. This is just a rumor, but they say that it's haunted and magic rites are performed there. I'm sending you to investigate. The entrance to the courtyard is on the end of the right, on the right side of the first floor hallway. There he is. Hey, Leo. I heard a familiar voice as we walked down the hallway. It's coming from around the corner. And there you have it. To summarize, about 30% of the participants have overcome the computer's brainwashing. These individuals now remember who they are. They're all Class A Magi. One girl in particular made quick work of the brainwashing. You might say she's a natural, and therefore more adept than Magi who have been more sheltered. Unlike those domesticated sheep, she's a wild mouflon. Stronger, rarer, wilder. She couldn't even bear to put on the school uniform the other sheep mindlessly wear. As novel as that girl's wildness is, wild things do end up in cages. Still, keep your distance and your guard up. Ah, the voice coming from in front of the supply room is none other than that of a teacher, Kuzuki. He was speaking politely, almost reverently. However, this Rin Tosaka, the Harways in Asia have raised some concerns regarding her. She's the daughter of a noble family, which makes her unruly behavior even more unbecoming. The voice that chimes in to join Kuzuki-sensei's is none other than that of the transfer student, Leo-san. Unlike in class, his voice held a childlike temerity. It seemed like Kuzuki-sensei's words bothered him. I simply she's a failure like the other dropouts, and so she's below your concern. There's nothing in the world that doesn't concern me, Sensei. More importantly, I wonder what a domesticating being like me can learn from her wild bravery. There's nothing because you are already perfect. Anything you lack is something the world itself lacks. It was just a joke. It's been a while since I've been scolded. I think I enjoy it coming from you. In any case, I'll heed your warning about her. So are there any other important happenings? It's worth noting the assassin sent by those alchemists. I've yet to confirm anything, but no doubt they're lurking about. Ah, I don't believe I've ever seen how an alchemist fights. Their charms, or their symbols rather, are quite unusual. We have the opportunity now. Aren't you curious, Sensei? Wait until I've checked out that assassin first. Those are the only ones to watch out for. However, there are others with excellent abilities. A handful of others have passed the prelims besides Rin Tosaka. Huh. I don't see the rush. I think there's much to be learned from observing this school. I'd like to take my time and enjoy, for instance, the beauty of things like the garden. They seem to employ quite the skilled gardener. You should see the garden too, Kuzuki-sensei. Or rather, Oni-san. I will respectfully decline. That ends my report. I see. Too bad. Then if you need anything else... It'd be best if we have as little contact with each other as we can. It is unusual for a teacher and a student to meet like this. I understand. Please, be careful. Yes, you too, Oni-san. Following those words, they both disappear, perfectly in sync with each other. I didn't understand what they were saying, but I get the feeling that I shouldn't have been listening. Shouldn't have been listening. Oh. Oop. Oh, you scared the bejesus out of me. What do you want? Actually, I'm glad you're here. The editor-in-chief asked me to investigate the 7 wonders, but check this out. One of Tsukimihara Academy's 7 wonders is a female ghost who wanders the hallway. The ghost of a foreign girl wanders the 3rd floor. If you respond to her, she'll suck out your soul. Now that you know the details, go investigate it for me. Huh? You think I should just walk around the 3rd floor and do it on my own? No way, man. I really can't handle paranormal stuff. If anyone can take on the case of the wandering ghost on the 3rd floor, it's you. Good luck. Well, maybe you should get off the 3rd floor then. What's that question mark? Once school is over, all traces of humanity disappear. The silence left behind is terrifying. Alone in the midst of this unnerving scene, I suddenly sense a strange presence nearby. It feels like there's someone standing right behind me, staring right at the back of my head. It has to be my imagination. I hear no footsteps, no sounds of breathing. I'm alone here. And yet, the feeling that I'm not alone persists. It must be a hallucination of some kind. What should I do? If it's just my imagination playing tricks on me, then nothing should be there if I turn around and look, right? So what should I do? I turn around and, of course, no one is there. Is what I want to say. However, standing there is what appears to be a young girl. The young girl's appearance is definitely at odds with the surrounding campus. With its massive frills and hooped skirt, her dress is right out of the Victorian era. Combined with her porcelain-like skin, she looks just like a child's doll come to life. It's kind of a relief, but the point is she doesn't seem like she's really even alive. The girl doesn't move a muscle. Just like a doll, just like a corpse, just like a painting, like a wraith. Her eyes, so full of sadness, stare fixedly in my direction. Suddenly, her figure begins to melt away. As she slowly fades into nothingness, the last thing to disappear are her eyes. With that, the strange presence I felt fades away. There's nothing to indicate a girl was ever there. She must be the source of all the wandering girl stories floating around the school. Spooky ghosts! Hey dude, I found a ghost. Oh. Hello. So I was looking at the garden and caught the eye of a stranger, and then they vanished. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I've had a splitting headache ever since. What's up with that? What do you want, second year? Could you possibly be... No way. Go home, kid. The area around this school hasn't been safe recently. Kid, I'm like a year younger than you. Senpai. Hi, Shinji. I'm sorry, I had to clomp around. Oh, that's strange, even for here. Oh, it's you again. Look, I don't have time to play like you obviously do. Go play reporter or whatever it is friendless little geeks like you do instead of having a life. That was mean. I'm gonna go cry in the corner now. He meanie. He meanie. Sensei, why are all these students lying prone on the ground? The man stands like a black stain, tainting the joyfully multicolored flower beds around him. It's the new teacher, Kuzuki-sensei. But the man standing in front of me isn't acting like a teacher by any stretch of the imagination. The sick malignancy of overbearing aggression fills the air, and then scattered around him are dead bodies of students. Why did you come in here? I'm certain I locked that door. I suppose I'll test you out. His thin lips hardly moved, but in the next instant, I'm bowled over as if struck by an invisible force. Chaotic thoughts bury my brain like endless grains of sand. What happened? Can I move my limbs? Seriously, what was that? Kuzuki-sensei hasn't moved. No one else is nearby. Who? Why? How? My thoughts whirl. My heart races. I see what you are now. It isn't you, I suppose. His voice was a quiet hiss, but I could hear everything he said. This man with cold, inscrutable eyes raises his palm toward me. When I come to, I'm collapsed in the garden. The garden is silent. There's not even a trace of Kuzuki-sensei or of the corpses that had been there. I'm uninjured, though my body aches from laying on the hard ground. The cold sweat that had covered me is gone too. Only the piercing pain in my head remains. Maybe it was just a bad dream. I gulp air and attempt to stand. The ground seems to move under my feet. I'm delusional. Of course the ground isn't moving. I'll give my report to the editor-in-chief tomorrow and just go home for today. Let's go home. Saves. LVL, where is the belfry? In that moment, gentle days end. Dawn of the final day. When I enter the classroom this time, things are a bit different.
Wow! Okay then, how do you solve this problem, Leo-kun?
In this case, you substitute this for this and divide everything by x. It's the same simple equation that you used earlier.
Wow, you're right! Thanks, Leo-kun!
Unlike someone else, he helps out his classmates without displaying an ounce of condescension. And that someone is directing a nasty scowl toward the new kid. That bunch of brown-nosing idiots will suck up to anyone who's got a bigger pea brains than theirs. Whatever. It's no skin off my back. People who are ugly inside are ugly outside too. It seems that Shinji's gaggle of female admirers has migrated to Leo's desk. For once, Shinji's irritation is kind of understandable. I'll give him this. The brat is a real charity worker, laying on the charm for those sows. He's desperate to appear smarter than me, but I'm the real smart one here. I see what he's doing. That dumb little kid doesn't know that I'm onto him. Reacting to Shinji's voice, Leo glances this way. Leo's expression is inscrutable, but not hostile. What do you want? You want to go? After a few false starts, Shinji finally manages to squeeze that out in a low voice. I don't know if Leo heard, but he gets out of his seat. The recoil turns into a noticeable flinch, which Leo smiles kindly at in response. Unlike Shinji's, Leo's gestures are filled with dignity. If I have unknowingly given you cause to be malicious, I would like to deeply apologize. Shinji Mato, was it? I'll be careful not to upset you in the future. His message firmly delivered, Leo returns to his seat. His soft voice bore no note of hostility or resentment. I know it's hard to believe, but maybe Leo wasn't upset. He knows when to bow down to true authority, it seems. I'm such a nice guy, I'll just have to accept his apology. Yeah, it's not like he's ever pissed me off or anything. After visually confirming that Leo is otherwise occupied, Shinji feigns calmness and leans back.
Whew, I made it. Good morning, everyone. Ah!
And thud. The sound makes me cringe no matter how many times I hear it. Everyone's desensitized to it for the most part. Even knowing that she'll jump to her feet in a few seconds, we should probably worry more. Poor Taiga. Shinji still seems to be in a bad mood. It's obvious that he doesn't like Leo all that much. But with him, it's impossible to tell if he's really mad or just being cynical. Either way, it's just more of the same. Just like our homeroom teacher's daily dramatic entrance. And once again, the day begins.
Alrighty then, let's pick up where we left off. According to Dr. Peaceman's biography...
During class, I thought I saw Leo smirk a little. But other than that, nothing exciting occurred. Today's just another boring day in a long string of boring days.
Who here knows what amnesia is?
It's a terrifying condition where an individual loses all of their memories. It's caused by brain damage, severe trauma, or even infections of one's mucous membranes, or worst of all, being an RPG's main character. Whew.
The section of the doctor's biography we just covered touches on this condition. The cure for such a scary condition was discovered by Dr. Peaceman. With that said, using amnesia as an excuse for forgetting your homework isn't gonna fly. When I was young, a fair number of my classmates were unscrupulous enough to try this. And before you get any ideas, I'm still young. In fact, I'm putting that fact on the test.
And as per the norm, Taiga's lecture starts to peter out. Just as a collective "this again" starts to rise from the students.
Fujimura-sensei.
Without being acknowledged by the teacher, Leo suddenly rises to his feet. The tension in the classroom ratchets up immediately as all eyes focus on Leo. The young boy surveys the room with a mysterious smile, taking in everyone's startled glances.
Oh, and of course, my fellow classmates. It's time for me to leave. We will probably never meet again, so I wish you all well.
What the... My head. The pain.
And before I forget, Fujimura-sensei, I think you are still young, even now. Just your presence is enough to remind me of the beauty of youth. You're a remarkable person.
After what seemed to be a very slight bow, he immediately seems to disappear from the room.
Alright then, let's continue. Please turn to page 86.
And accompanied by the sound of flipping pages, the lesson goes on as if nothing had happened. Showing off like that in the middle of class. What a jackass. If you have to use the John, be a little more discreet. And that I have to leave crap. Seriously, isn't he supposed to be some kind of aristocrat or princeling or something? Of course, what just happened is impossible. A highly suspicious disappearance in the middle of class and the teacher doesn't even seem to care? No one in class says anything, and the class continues as if nothing strange has happened. It was the same dull, dreary scene as yesterday and the day before. This can't be natural. Shows up to class for 2 days, flirts with teacher, refuses to explain, disappears. Chad move by Leo. After Leo's exit from class, the lesson continues unabated as if following a set script. Strange. This is definitely strange. It's as if the world tilted slightly and everything within it is losing its sense of presence. My head feels like it's gonna explode. The pain is making it hard to remember who I am. Wait, come to think of it. I mean, really, who am I? What is my name? How old am I? Where do I live? How many people are in my family? What was my life like before I started attending this school? I can't remember anything. My memory's been completely erased somehow. How and why did this happen? That's right, the editor-in-chief of the journalism club. As the president of the journalism club, she should at least know my name. I know I had to have filled out something when I first joined the club. I'll ask her. Hopefully she'll be in her normal spot. But before that, we have something else to do. We'll talk to you later. There she is again. I thought I had scared her away for good, but she's come back. I'd better not make any sudden moves or she'll just run away. Also, I'll let her speak first. However, she just continues to stare at me with an intensity that borders on terrifying. Maybe I should say something to her, but softly so as not to startle her. Maybe if I keep my back to her, it'll help a little. I'll just call to her over my shoulder. I obviously can't see the look on the young girl's face, and all I sense is hesitation. Her voice matches her appearance, small and faint. In a hesitant, halting voice, she begins to speak. If that's so, I'm Alice. I'm always here, so... She suddenly stops talking. Thinking she disappeared again, I turn around, only to see Alice still standing there. As I turn, she flinches a little and begins to fade away, then stops and starts staring at me. As our customary staring contest begins anew, I swear that I can see a faint smile on her face. Oni-chan, let's have tea together sometime. Let's see, is it... This is Class 3C. They gape at me like underclassmen or some sort of exotic creature. Yeah, that's about right. Maybe it's on the other side. Yeah, there we go. There's another event. A pleasant breeze blows in through the open window that overlooks the garden. As I look into the garden, I see a female student standing in the center alone. There she is, chat. She has a striking appearance with long purple hair, almond skin, and a preternatural calm. It seems like she's meditating, her hands folded in a specific way and her eyes closed. I find that I just can't stop looking at her. No one else seems to notice that she stands out dramatically. I start to feel a little uneasy about her. The girl's eyes snap open. Suddenly, a massive jolt rocks the school, causing me to stumble about uncontrollably. The building shakes with a thunderous roar. The source seems to be the girl in the garden. What in the hell just happened? In the resulting confusion, my vision begins to distort. Dizziness, headaches, a sense of weightlessness. I close my eyes to keep from being overwhelmed. When I open my eyes again, everything is exactly as it should be, like nothing happened. However, the air is permeated with a seductively sweet scent. Also, the girl that was in the garden has already disappeared. Was everything that happened just an illusion? Or maybe... As I turn to leave, I see the girl from the garden walking towards me.
That blast was meant to destroy everything in its range, but the school seems stout enough.
As she walks, she looks out the window and talks to herself. As she goes by, she gives me a smile. Reminder, Ronnie 8 doesn't wear a pantsuit. This is a very important point to remember for the future, chat. Thank you, Mukuro, for the 36 months. Welcome back. Sakura.
Oh, it's you, Oni-san.
I heard that you skipped archery practice again. What in the hell is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, Oni-san, but
You've embarrassed me again. How many times do I have to repeat myself, Sakura? Are you stupid? I mean, if you keep listening to others instead of me... Wait. Did I call you my little sister? I don't have a little sister. I mean, I've always wanted one, but... Man, recently things have been kind of Damn it! What the hell is this weird feeling?
Oni-san, you appear to be experiencing fatigue. Inserting apology text. Error detected. Please maintain a calm demeanor. Oni-san, please relax. Inserting reassurance text. Error detected. What's up, Shinji? Whatever is the matter, Oni-san? Select desired sister personality. Things will get worse if you don't decide, but any choice you make will be the wrong one. Oni... So why not totally lose it, Oni-san? Calm down, Oni-san.
What the hell's going on? Damn it, everything is going haywire.
Oni-san, wait! Cease forward progress. Mere relation construct. Oni-san,
Sakura Mato's speech begins to skip and repeat, almost as if she's a malfunctioning robot. It's like she was reading from a script rather than engaging in a normal conversation. It wasn't only the incredible fleeing Shinji or the robotic Sakura that was going insane. Vertigo overcomes me as the school starts to waver. Something strange is happening to the world.
Ah, Oni-san, you appear to be experiencing fatigue. Inserting apology text. Error detected.
Alright, now that we've gotten through the incredible rapping Sakura, there's one more thing to show off before we get to the main story. At least I think I can do it now. Anyway, let's go home. This school is nuts. This is the school's main gate. Passing through it is but the first step on your journey home. However, I can't go home until I finish my assignment for the journalism club. I'd better go see the editor-in-chief right now. She's probably on the second floor of the main building. Ah, I can't do it yet. Alright, we'll go do some main story stuff first.
San.
Have you missed anything? Yes, Seneca. We have amnesia.
Oh, our club's ace. Did you find anything yesterday?
The editor-in-chief is her usual cheery self. All I can think about is the pile of dead bodies I witnessed. No, I have to ask her about myself. I'll ask her what my name is.
Huh? Your name? Just look it up in the registry in the library.
Yeah, the school registry. It has everyone's names. If I look at the school registry, it might jog my memories. I'll go to the library.
You want to see the registry of names? It's on the bookshelf in the library, I think.
Into the Toshokan. I found it. Tsukimihara Academy Student Registry. Once I read through this, I should be able to remember everything about myself. I open the book and begin turning pages. Immediately, I notice something is terribly wrong. The pages are blank. Blank, blank, blank. Every single page was blank. I reach for last year's school registry. When I start flipping through the pages, blank, 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 blank. What's happening here? Who am I? And just what is this place? Alright, now can I try and leave the school? Hey, look, it's Leo. We're gonna try and leave the school first. Look, this school is weird. I just want to go home, take a bath. There's something clearly not right about this place, and as for me... Right, I'll just leave. Once I'm out of here, I'm positive things will just return back to normal. If I walk right through that gate. Let's leave. I'm going home. Right, if I can just get through that gate. I take a single step beyond the gate. In addition to an excruciating headache, a painful jolt of electricity courses through my body. I can't move. My body, my consciousness, rapidly fading. In this brief moment of time, I feel as if someone is talking to me. Trying to escape this world will be seen as a forfeiture of your place in the Holy Grail War. What does that mean? Immediately after thinking that, my consciousness ceases. Dead end. We did it, chat! We found our first game over. Pog! I did it for you, chat. I died for you. Alright, let's follow Leo now. Fantastic speedrun. There's something wrong with this place, but more worrying is the fact that I can't remember who I am. As I wander the campus, I see Leo walking down a hallway on the first floor. As a transfer student, I can't see why Leo would want to visit any of the freshmen. Also, there's nothing but a dead end up ahead. I wonder what Leo is really up to. What's he doing? I suddenly have this weird feeling that someone or something is up ahead in the hallway. Who for some reason is examining the wall at the end of the hallway with almost excessive interest. The attention to detail is quite impressive. Even the surrounding air is surprisingly substantial. If that's the case, this world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. But that's just my opinion. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this? In that moment, it feels like my heart skips a beat. Almost immediately, my blood pressure skyrockets along with my body temperature. Bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. My pulse is like an explosion in my ears as my blood races through my veins. And the reason is clear. I'm more turned on than ever before by Leo, Now Leo, has turned to face me. I now know for sure he's talking to me, as there's nobody else present besides the two of us. Greetings. I believe this is the first time we've had an actual conversation.